This is Paul Caligiuri with Soccer One. I'm here at the NSCAA convention. I'm here with Tab Ramos. You're the technical director, or the youth technical director for U.S. Soccer. Explain that role.
How much time do we have? Now, I'm really, basically my role is to oversee the youth national teams and to make sure that we all, amongst those teams and amongst the first team, we have good integration.
And when you say those teams, it's the under-20s, and take us from there.
Okay, so we have the, obviously we have the senior team and the under-23s. Then we have the under-20s, and now we added the under-19s. Then we have the under-18s, 17s, 16s, 15s, and 14s.
And I think for everyone in soccer in the United States, the importance to really get a snapshot of what does the future see for soccer in America? And you obviously oversee these programs. What can you tell us?
Well, I mean, it's such a broad question because you have multiple answers. So the short answer is that we are developing better and better players, and our youth soccer is a lot more structured, and the development and development dollars being spent towards development are huge at this point. And so from MLS teams through our development academy, through all of youth soccer in the country, I think people are a lot more concerned with how we put good coaches in front of our players.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's money being poured into the system. There's development academies. The academies of MLS are doing great things, but clearly the ball itself teaches itself. You know, no matter how much structure you have, it really comes down to spending time with the ball. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, that's one of the things that we always like to talk about is, ultimately, the most important thing is the player's relationship with the ball. And so making sure that our players are comfortable on the ball, that's one of the goals that we have in front of us. That's one of the most important for us to accomplish. Still when we look at ourselves and we compare ourselves even with Central American or South American countries, our players just don't have that type of comfort level on the ball, and that's something that we're working towards now.
I could say that coming from you means a lot, and having you in this leadership role to guide the United States forward in terms of this development is critical, and it's great to see you be in this role, particularly because I value you as one of the best players I ever played with and against. I didn't like when I played against you, but obviously as a teammate you're phenomenal, and that's the one thing that set you apart was your touch, your skill level, your ability to beat one or two players at will. And hopefully with these initiatives, the mandates we see in U.S. youth soccer, and also the development as a youth technical director for U.S. soccer, we'll start seeing that happen. Do you believe that your role is important?
First of all, thank you very much. I really appreciate that because I know we both have played with great players, so I really appreciate that comment. I don't know that I agree, but that's fine. But yeah, I think what's important now is to start to gear our players towards them being more comfortable on the ball, and part of that, as you just mentioned, we have just implemented some new ways in U.S. soccer. So we've had to mandate some things, and it starts, we just want everyone to know that at the youth national team level and at U.S. soccer, we're not just concerned with the elite player, we're concerned with all the players. And so we're starting to implement small-sided games. So now we won't have, starting 2017, no one will play 11 aside on a big field until U13, where now we have players at 10 years old and 11 years old playing on a big field when really the field is too big for them. So we're implementing smaller numbers, small-sided games for U12 and below, which I think will force players to have more contact with the ball, being more involved in the game, and I think hopefully that starts to develop better skill set.
Yeah, and you're definitely integral in making that happen, and really a lot of coaches involved at NSCAA, and the membership here applauds that. When you look at under 8-year-old kids are playing 4v4, that's huge. The game teaches itself. You don't have to coach tactically, and then obviously they graduate to 7v7, then 99s, and you've known this for many, many years. And how do you feel that you finally see this coming to fruition?
I'm very excited about it, and I couldn't possibly take credit for that because we have been advised by all of the different associations, and so everybody has contributed to us putting this forward. I'm just very excited that maybe 5-6 years from now we start to see a big difference in the skill set of all our players.
Yeah, especially when you're getting these players into your national team programs, right?
Hopefully I'll be there by then.
There you go. Well, thank you, Tab. We really appreciate it and wish you all the best. And go USA, right?
Thanks, I appreciate it. Okay.